Welcome to Valley Spotlight, everybody.
Welcome to Valley Spotlight, everyone.
Who are you?
I'm Mark Canzonetta. Who are you?
I'm Lauren Lindvig. What did you do with Mike Case?
I don't know. He's much better looking than me, though.
Well, Mike is very good looking, but I would say it's neck and neck for you two.
It's
but
that chin he has.
He's a very regal looking man, but our regal Mike Case, he is not with us this time. He is recovering from shoulder surgery. So to do the heavy lifting of the show, I called you.
Well, thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I love being a part of the show. I love what you guys do in the show. I mean, Bistro 1907 and the Test Kitchen is a big part of the show, but everybody else that you feature in the Valley and somewhat outside the Valley, I just think it's a great hour of television on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, Mark, that's a compliment. That means the world now and this time of year, really any day of the week. But we have so much going on this particular episode. We're going to tell you about how you can sort of look forward to something coming for a local organization that helps not just find homes for kids through foster care, but now to employ them, which is
amazing.
Huge thing.
It's a huge thing.
Our friends at Rust City, they're getting ready for the Rock Around the Christmas Tree.
Well, nobody better to lead that show than Pastor Doug.
Right, I know. It's so much energy, so busy. I don't even know if we could get him a part of this one yet. But we also have a trip down memory lane. Do you remember this one when Mike walked through
I can never forget that because I've seen both the segment that airs and the other part that is a little bit
the part that
unchained.
I said, we're never allowed to show that on television, but since Mike's not here and we are talking about a shoulder recovery, we figured we would show you this one and just remind you that this is not how he hurt his shoulder.
Yes.
Obviously, the salt on your car, you get just dirt. Dirt is terrible for your car.
Winter in Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania. It takes its toll on you, and it takes its toll on your car.
The salt, especially when it's underneath, it's close to your rotors on your brakes and your gas line.
Chrissy Finaghy and her family have 2 car washes now. This classy clean car wash in Hubbard is the newest state-of-the-art addition. And thankfully, with its new technology and purified water system, we can fight back against Mother Nature.
When we started building this one, they had brought that up to us that, it would be better for the cars so that you get all the impurities out of the water. And as you're rinsing it, all of those chemicals work better, getting your spot-free rinse, getting all of your waxes on there. And as it dries better and there's no grime left on your car. It's just all in the water.
The water, the waxes, and the soaps, all of that formulated just the right way really makes a difference.
Like I said, if you have a little spot of rust or a little paint chip, anything like that on not only underneath but on top of your car, it just can go bad really quickly. As soon as the weather breaks, you should get that cleaned off as soon as the road's dry, because then you might be getting ready for another bout of snow. We live in Northeast Ohio, so it's hard to say when it's going to do whatever it wants to do outside. So as soon as the roads dry up and that salt gets dry on the road, it's always good to come in and get your car cleaned off.
Chrissy says don't skimp when you get your car washed. The higher levels you pay more for will pay off down the road.
Everybody thinks that, you're just trying to make extra money. No, we're not. What it is we're trying to help you preserve your investment. Your car is like a home, so it's not like you're going to go and just buy another one next week or in a couple of months. You have to preserve what you have, so that's what we try to help you do.
Now, the best way to try it is to actually try it.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to try it. You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. A little nervous, Mike.
Oh, not as nervous as I am, I promise.
Oh no, not a car. My idea was to walk right through. And with the help of my daughter's sparkly swim goggles, I feel like I'm ready. First, just like the car, you gotta get that power wash thing before you go in. It's very important. A little rinse, and the first of 3 wax applications come next. The overhead scrubber really did the job, and once I got around that, more spinners to make sure no speck of dirt was left. More wax to seal in the shine, plus a final rinse, and then the dryers. And here I am, sparkly clean and ready for the road.
You don't want a super harsh thing on your car.
No, you do not.
If a human can get through it.
You got through it.
How much I owe you?
You're good, Mike. You're good.
little Chrissy Finaghy. She's such a good sport, isn't she?
She's a great sport. I mean, and especially, with our friend. She was probably looking in shock and awe at that happening in front of her.
When I saw the video that came back to our office, I was ready to kill people. Nonetheless, we're just happy that he's okay and he is on the mend as we speak, not because of that. But you and I, we had such a good time making soup.
What a great show, making soup.
For my family.
But soup, Lee Iacocca wrote a book one time about his culinary adventures, and he said, I always test a chef with soup first. I know if he can make soup, the rest of the meal's going to be great.
Well, I have to say, my family voted. They vote that you're a wonderful chef based on your soup, and this is why. Test kitchen, the actual test kitchen.
We're back.
We're back, and it's so good to see you, Mark.
You too, Lauren.
Oh my goodness.
So it's nice, and we have family here.
We have
studio audience.
My family.
I feel like Johnny Carson.
And everybody is always like, what's it like, Lauren? What does it look like? What does it smell like? I want to come when you guys do something. Would you invite me? So these are my lovely family, my aunt and uncle from Missouri.
Nice.
And my mom and Roger.
Is it Missouri?
I think
Missouri, okay. Well, I'm going back to those old Clint Eastwood movies. I apologize.
So we're talking about family recipes, especially as we approach the holidays, and how you can make your house feel extra warm and smell so good and then taste even better because of some of these recipes. So what are we starting with today, Mark?
Well, we're going back to, always with me, it's going back to my heritage and my grandparents on both sides, whichever side you want to go to. The Rosano side, the Cabanere side, the Canzonetta side, the Cicero side, and it was always about love and family at the holidays. And to me, Thanksgiving is my signature meal of the year.
I know it is.
It really, really is.
I know it is.
Then, close second is Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Because then we go kind of Soprano style, and it's all like Italianed out on Christmas Eve. But this, to me, the flavors, my fondest memories of growing up are those smells when you walk down the steps and you could smell the stuffing cooking and you could smell the turkey cooking and all those things.
Mama looking at me.
So this, for me, is about Christmas. We serve wedding soup at Thanksgiving, but we're going to serve wedding soup. We're going to take it up a couple notches. We're going to show you how to make it more restaurant style. And then we're going to serve, my Grandma Rosano's pasta fagioli. So that means pasta and beans, but we're going to take that pasta and beans and we're going to kick it up a little bit with some smoked pancetta from Italy, which is really, really amazing. Inside of the broth, we're going to put the skin, the rind of the 24-month Parmigiano Reggiano, and then with that beautiful broth for the wedding soup. Wedding soup and making a chicken stock or making a chicken broth, you can make it a little bit easy on yourself. Everybody buys those rotisserie chickens from your favorite value club or your favorite supermarket. Take these. This is not waste. Do not throw this in the trash. You put this into a bag, put it into your freezer, and when you have a couple of them, you're going to make chicken broth with them. My chicken broth recipe is online already, and we're going to use this because it makes the most amazing roasted broth. And you can see this broth's got a little jiggle in it. And that's got a lot of love in it.
You like the jiggle.
I like the jiggle.
We like the jiggle, Mama. We like the jiggle, Aunt Barb.
Well, you call the jiggle penicillin.
Right. Yes, she does, because it was oxtail soup when I was growing up.
Oxtail soup, the bottom line is bone marrow is good for us. It really, really is. It's what bone broth is good for us. It's what makes us feel better when we have a cold or the flu. It just sinks into our bones, and that's why they call it bone broth. It's like giving back into our bodies from somebody that gave up their life for us, one of the cows or chickens or pigs or whatever.
Any of the things.
So it's going to be great. I mean, we have homemade meatballs and we have egg croutons for my wedding soup, and then I've kind of learned in my old age, I really, really love to use roasted garlic to make my pasta fagioli because it gives it that softness to it, and it's just really amazing. So all these great cannellini beans and these beautiful tomatoes imported from Italy. So we're gonna have a great time. We're gonna have some great soup.
Stay with us. We're gonna get cooking in just a moment. And to my family and this family on Valley Spotlight, happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas.
Pets are part of the family, and at RC Compounding, their pharmacists make your pet a priority.
Pain management is a big one with animals, especially if they have cancer or like end of life. They're unable to take tablets or capsules, and we're able to customize it into a solution that an owner could administer pretty easily without, difficulty of having them swallow a tablet or capsule if they're not able to.
RC Compounding, we care about your health.
Well, as promised, we took all of those wonderful ingredients, and now, Mark, we're gonna make them happy.
We're gonna make them happy. So
Right?
right now we have that beautiful slow cooked chicken broth. You can make chicken stock. You've seen it on the show before, and just gently. We don't want to agitate it because it's nice and clear.
scoot it,
See how
right?
clear that is? Now we have a nice sachet in there of fresh thyme, fresh rosemary and bay leaf or laurel leaf. You're gonna take this mirepoix, celery, onions, and carrots, or battuto in Italian, and put it into the pan. And you want to hear that sound.
All right.
Now take that little bit of salt and put it in there, because the salt draws out all the moisture, and you just want to stir. Now for me, for my pasta fagioli, I'm going to take this beautiful, unreal smoked pancetta from Italy. Wow. And what you want to do with mine is, you want to stir yours around. We don't want to put a lot of color on that, so we're going to turn down the heat. You're just going to turn it down so it's called what's doing, it's sweating. It's sweating all the sulfurs and the onions and the celery. This we want to cook, and we want to get a nice crispy crust on this pancetta, because we want this pancetta is going to be actually one of the stars of the show in that pasta fagioli. And I know on TV this is very loud so you can't hear us. And over here I have this beautiful brodo going, this chicken stock I made earlier, but look at what I have in here. The skins of that Parmigiano Reggiano.
We'll just lift it up right there.
Look at that Parmigiano Reggiano.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you just want to take it and bite it, because it's so good and so earthy.
I think our studio audience is like they're like ready to go.
They are.
They
So
are.
now, along with this, now I'm going to take, for my pasta fagioli, I'm going to take my carrots.
In there?
And I like mine rustic. You can see how big I cut those. I really like it rustic. I'm going to take my onions.
Rustic means not perfect.
Not perfect. And I'm going to take my bias cut celery, and I'm going to put that in there, just like this. Then I'm going to take a pinch of salt. And you know what? That little thing that has the little lady on it with the umbrella, no disrespect to that. Let's use a little bit nicer of a salt. Whether you use a kosher salt, whether you use a pink Himalayan salt, whether you use fleur de sel, let's kick that up with our salt a little bit.
You have changed me from the pink lady with the umbrella to the pink Himalayan sea salt lady.
That's okay. Now I'm going to lay down a little bit of fresh ground black pepper. And I love this. This is actually a Turkish coffee grinder, and I really love it for my pepper. That, I'm going to add a little bit of chili flake from our friends over at Spiceology. And this, you want to make sure you take it easy. You want to taste the chili flake first, because every time you buy it, whether you buy it at this store or that store, they're going to be a different strength. But we do want a touch of spice in this, so we're going to add a little bit of chili flake to that. And now we're just going to saute this down until it becomes a little bit caramelized here. This we want translucent. And then when we come back, we're going to start assembling some soups.
All right, stay
Okay.
with us, and there is more pasta fagioli. And
how about the smells,
wedding
everybody?
soup?
Is this
Yeah.
amazing or
I mean,
what?
it's hard to stay focused. Love you guys. All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. I'm constantly asked by news sources how to best navigate today's real estate market. I call the brightest agents in the business to get their input. Hi, Kelly. What's going on in the Mahoney Valley area?
Hi, Barbara. The market in the Mahoning Valley has remained strong.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Sellers are enjoying the safety of the Guaranteed Sold program, and buyers and sellers love the 3D tour and the free moving truck.
Get the best advice from my friend Kelly Warren. Go to kellysoldit.com. Be safe and smart.
Well, Ducat not only sells the product, but we service them. We have parts and service support for every machine that you buy at Ducat. You are purchasing a machine, it's eventually going to break or need work, and we are here to do that. You don't get that from an online sale or a mass merchant. They just don't have the ability to have the parts and the service. We send our mechanics to school every year. We have 2 Briggs & Stratton master service technicians. There are not many in the country, probably less than 5,000 in the country, and we have 2 at Ducat. And we also have gold certified steel mechanics and numerous certifications in parts and service for every brand that we carry.
So let yourself go to Ducat. Let yourself go to Ducat.
Welcome back to Valley Spotlight and Bistro 1907.
Here we are.
By this guy, Mark Canzonetta. As we always do at the end of the year, we like to show different gift ideas, especially ones that you don't find all over the place. So downtown Hubbard, the SASSY Sisters Boutique, you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly. I used to walk by there all the time when I lived in Hubbard.
The flannel on top of the creativity, on top of the kindness, it's just amazing. Take a look at this. Here we are in downtown Hubbard at the SASSY Sisters Boutique, and this is Fran.
Hi,
welcome to Valley Spotlight. I was going to say, we don't go way back. A lot of times I start with the segment, I'm like, you know, we've been friends for a long time, and I'm super proud. We don't.
But it feels like
it kind of like I was waiting on pierogies next door at Lena's, and everybody knows how great they are. But I was killing some time with my neighbor, and we walked in here because my daughter, when she sits in traffic in Hubbard, she always wants to come in here. And so that's what brought us in, and I'm so glad that we did, because the things that you have, the flair and the eye for different things when it comes to Christmas or any time of year.
I am artsy fartsy, for sure.
And that is a compliment, and you are, and the clothing and the items in this boutique really, they kind of like, it feels like you're kind of giving people a hug no matter what they're touching.
We want to make people smile and laugh, and when you see our merchandise, you smile and you laugh, because there's always something. Well, we're a little edgy, little different, but in a good way. So
statements that are worth putting an exclamation point on, and sometimes they're just, you know, it's like a pun or a play on words or something that you've seen that's nostalgic over history and time that you're like, my, that like screams awesome to me.
It's life is short. Right?
It is short.
Buy the shoes. What is it? Eat the cake. Oh, eat the pierogies. Whatever.
Yes, eat the pierogies is the end of the line for me all the time. But the concept itself, this store, you opened in the middle of COVID.
Yes.
Right when it happened.
I turned. I turned 40 last year, not 50. No. Whoops. Now
doesn't even matter.
And this is something I always wanted to do since I was a kid. I used to sketch stuff, you know, drawings and designs on paper, and I want to be I'm not a fashion designer, but I've always wanted my own little store and to make my own little things.
Right.
And so I signed my lease to open up in Hubbard and on Main Street, and it's Hubbard is amazing. The community has been good to me. Main Street is adorable. It's maintained its
charisma.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Great neighbors, and anyway. And then maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, from nowhere, it's like COVID.
The whole world just shut down.
You know, before I could even start.
Right.
So I couldn't open until July 1st. So July 1st was my 1-year anniversary, this past July. So we've been here for almost a year and a half, and I love it.
And the clothing sort of tells a tale of being who you are. and your own added spin on things. And there are racks of different types of flannel shirts and long sleeve tees and a lot of tie-dye and those types of things. But then like on the back, you have made things like, you know, your own or
oh wait, let's
right.
Here we
I was
go.
gonna say this one is hippie holidays, and there are so many different types of messages. When you're putting these types of things together, what are you thinking about?
Well, you know what? The first thing, the great thing about, you know, your own personality can come through, whatever you're into. You know, Christmas, for example, whether it's a Christmas Vacation or A Christmas Story or, you know, whatever, you know, I have the Beatles with Christmas or Santa Claus hats on. So you could kind of, in that person on your list that, oh, they like the Beatles and this would be great. And you could fit every kind of personality and nothing is the same.
Yep.
Everything is one of a kind. Now, stuff is similar, stuff is kind of, someone can order this shirt, but no one is going to walk out of this store with this shirt that looks like that except for
me.
Yes.
And my daughter, who I'm going to grab this one. You stay right where you are so we don't forget where we are.
Yeah, I meant
But
to.
we've got some little ones too, and this one's going home to our little bun, and she's going to wear it, and then she'll never want to take it off. So get some more of those. But nonetheless, the price points are very fair. The quality of the merchandise, you have an obvious eye and a talent for this. For people that would like to learn more or find out more online, where do they find you?
We're on Facebook and Instagram, Shop Sassy Sisters. The website's shopsassysisters.com. 34 North Main Street. We are next to Green's Florist, not too far from Lena's Produce. The phone number, well, I guess I could
phone number, sure.
What is it?
I was going to say, sometimes I know that can get people sometimes. So there it is for
I need
you.
my cheaters. No, I got
330. Me too. 540-5949. I'm a little dyslexic too.
Yeah.
So,
but if and we do a lot of custom work as well. So if someone has an idea, if you can take it, I can create it for you. And one of a kind gifts, great prices. I think my prices, I'm fair. I try to be as fair as I can be, so.
And everybody knows how cheap I am or frugal I am. These prices are wonderful, and like she said, one of a kind gifts for now, for the holidays, even for when you're looking for birthday presents or anniversary gifts, or really just something to make yourself feel special. And Fran, you do that. You and your entire team here too, right? I was going to say, everybody's
You're
great.
so sweet for coming to see me.
Happy holidays. How about them, right?
How about them?
Really nice stuff.
Amazing.
I know, and she's so creative. Speaking of creative, it happens right here every single day. And thanks to our partners at Steelite International that bring us these beautiful glasses, we're able
Amazing.
to show
Thank you, John
off
Miles.
what so many people are able to do. And there's a hot chocolate on the menu here at Bistro that's just starting that is amazing. And you get a history lesson thanks to Phil.
Phil's amazing, and he is such a history nut, just like me, and he went into my favorite thing, the Mayans, the Maya, and he nailed it.
He sure did. This week for our perfectly plated segment, I don't think that we could have found a plate that would have done all of this justice. We have Phil Steffenhagen from Bistro 1907, and 'tis the season, Phil, for not just cocktails.
Not just cocktails, but French hot chocolate.
French hot chocolate, and what makes it French? I have
What
to ask
makes it
that.
French
Yeah,
on
can I
there?
ask that?
So, yes, we'll get into the brief history of hot chocolate. It started out with the Mayans on there. They were muddling down cocoa beans. They were doing peppers. They were doing it cold. So think of cold, bitter mud.
Okay.
But for them, it's energy all the way across the board. You have the Mayans, caffeine fueled their society.
Wow.
So then you have the Conqueror Cortez who enters Mexico.
Okay.
He discovers the Mayans. He discovers coffee beans. He discovers what they've been doing. So the first thing the Spanish are first to do is add sugar to it and warm it up. So the Spanish are saying, oh my gosh, I have this delectable cocktail on there. It's not bitter. It actually warms up the soul to a tea. Then it goes to France. So King Louis VIII's wife said, oh my gosh, look at this fantastic concoction the Spanish have brought us. We're going to make it French style, so it's going to get heavy cream. It's going to get rich chocolates. It's going to get vanilla beans. We're going to put a little bit of espresso in there just to enrich all of the dark chocolate and make it thick and make it decadent, make it rich. So what do you think of the French?
Wow.
Decadent, rich, and thick.
Yeah, that's exactly what you think of, and there's no limit to what they can do to make a recipe that much better. So wow, I didn't realize it went through 3 different societies to get here.
Went through 3 different societies to get here. So what we have in here going and just doing a little bit of boil, toil, trouble, and trouble is the milk.
Okay,
It's
so
got
we
those
started
perfect.
that.
Yep, we started that. And on the edges we have just those little bubbles going. So now what we're going to do is take all of that beautiful lint, 70% chocolate. If we go above 70, it's going to get bitter and it's going to get burned.
Can I'm just going to put these
on
right
the side.
there.
Yep, and then you can also drop in those 2 little vanilla beans that are hiding out over there.
On this plate or in
On
here?
that, yep, you can take it and drop them right in there.
These are hiding.
Yes, those are hiding.
These are
They've been
magic.
seeded. And Lauren, you can actually drop those right in the hot chocolate.
This one?
Nope.
Oh.
Vanilla beans.
Oh, the vanilla beans. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
Oh,
I am
you're way
listening.
good
I
on
swear
there.
to God. Okay.
Kerchunk.
This 1,
Yep, and 2.
Okay.
In they go. They've been seeded, so they will not be bitter, and you get all of the vanilla essence.
Okay.
All right, and then if you want to just slowly start dumping that in. Yep.
Slowly. Okay. And this is the
Perfect.
Apple Craft Steelite plate that I just love.
No, and it has that happy little Christmas green too on the accent nonetheless, so we are
does.
festive all day and all night.
Am I doing this right?
You are
Sometimes I have a
perfect.
tendency of dumping things in
No,
when
I have seen it, and
shouldn't.
you're on point. Your distribution levels are perfect.
My distribution levels. Mark, did you hear that? My distribution levels are perfect.
It's first time for everything, right?
All right, just keep going?
Yep, just keep going.
All right. Oh,
And we
God,
chop
I'm sorry.
that bar down nice and fine on there, just so everything melds in.
So it's just heavy cream right now that's in the pot?
Heavy cream and whole milk with the vanilla beans, and now this delicious chocolate going in.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, exactly.
And anybody can do this at home, I feel like.
It is.
You have a pot that boils. You can cut up chocolate.
You can.
Sabina, even I can do this.
But it's the labor of love, and it's how hot chocolate came to be all over the world globally. It wasn't until the Industrial Revolution came in and we were dehydrating chocolate and shipping it globally that everybody was able to enjoy what was before a dark, rich, decadent drink only for the Regals of France.
Wow.
Right?
All right.
So give this one more
And
stir.
hopefully people were able to come out to the Flea on Phelps over the weekend and they were able to purchase these wonderful mugs. I'm sure Cityscape and the city of Youngstown still have these available, even if you weren't able to come down. But this is the reason why our city looks so lovely this time of year. So on behalf of Steelite and even Cityscape, we've got you covered in the dish department down here, don't you?
100%, absolutely.
So
and
cute.
literally, Steelite is the best glassware and plateware I've worked with in 25 years in the industry. New York, DC, and Pittsburgh, and I found the best in Youngstown. As it usually goes around these parts.
It is really quite beautiful. It's like they
So
speak
we
for
are
themselves.
just about right there on that.
And I'm going to put it in this mug. Did I even get rid of our mug?
Well, what we're gonna do is take this guy off here. We'll let it warm up just a wee
Oh,
bit.
does that hurt your hand?
Not in 25 years in the industry.
Oh, you're tough, man. Oh, look at how
try.
pretty that is. Sabina, what do you think? Good? Looking delicious? Oh, well, you will, honey.
All right, and we are just about good to the last drop on that.
Very nice. Can I put some of that?
You
in
absolutely may. Would you like to pour?
The virgin version for
Yep,
my babe
absolutely.
sitting off camera over there
And
as
then we
we
have some
celebrate the
lovely whip we
holidays.
can go ahead and top that with.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Just give it that.
Give
Scallop
it,
in
give
the
it, give it,
center.
give it. Ooh, baby.
There you go.
Love it. Can I try it
Of
first?
course.
Oh my gosh. That is delicious, Phil.
I try.
You
Many
are
layers.
so good and such a
Many
historian when
layers.
it comes to chocolate.
If I have to learn about something, I want to know everything. That way I can help people on there in their journeys of cocktails and deliciousness.
I love it. Cheers from Steelite, cheers from Valley Spotlight,
Absolutely.
and cheers from Bistro 1907.
Happy holidays with all the love. We appreciate you.
A to Z Dependable Services now offers walk-in tubs and showers in as little as 1 day. Let us create a safer bathing experience in your bathroom or the shower of your dreams. Call A to Z Dependable Services today for a free estimate or visit us online at onlyatoz.com.
A Youngstown holiday tradition is back as an all-new TV special. Join Maureen Collins, Todd Hancock, and over 100 singers, dancers, and Little Rascals for the Miracle on Easy Street Hometown Christmas Special, December 22nd, right here on WBCB.
3, 2, 1, 0, 0,
Welcome back. If you are selling your house, or if you are buying a house, or winter is just coming, Kelly Warren has the 411 mark. You know that.
She has great tips.
She
I
sure
love it.
does.
I watch those religiously.
It is the holiday edition of Home Advantage with our little holiday elf, our real estate elf, Kelly Warren. Wouldn't that be fun? Ron's probably editing this, saying like, where's the hat,
corner, yeah.
right? No hats today, but you wear so many hats in this office. We're out here in Boardman, sort of talking about what people should be doing and maintaining when it comes to not just selling their house, but also keeping their house as the winter approaches, right?
Yeah, the change of seasons. There's always things that you need to do in your home to make your home, keep it nice and safe and protected, and protect your asset and your investment. So, and of course, if you're going to be selling it, little things that you should do for the next owner.
They kind of coincide. We should be doing this for ourselves, but at the same time, if we're thinking about selling, these are the kinds of things that sellers are going to want to make sure that you're paying attention to. So where do we start?
Outside lighting, because these times of days, it's dark out at 4:30.
Yeah, we're shooting this, and it's going to be dark in 11 minutes. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. It's like Alaska.
So especially if your home is going on the market, people are coming to look at it after work. It's already dark out. Make sure that you have outside lighting, maybe your walkways, landscape lighting, that kind of stuff. And especially your front porch light bulbs, they burn out. People just ignore that sometimes.
Right.
So make sure that you're having those in working order.
All right, what else?
Keeping up with the snow so that you avoid the trip and slip hazards. If it's a vacant house and you're selling it over the winter, you might want to hire somebody to plow and shovel so that it's good first impression for showings. Yes. And of course, while you live there, you want the same thing for yourself. So
absolutely.
Before the season changes too much, to go around and check, they say this time of year, double check your batteries and your smoke detectors.
Carbon monoxide stuff, all that stuff. Make them chirp, make them talk to you.
And winter, fall just ended, so you've got all those leaves out there. So check your gutters, because you don't want stuffed gutters that then don't fill up as you have all the snow melt and stuff like that, and then you've got water coming into your basements. So a lot of people wait till spring to do that, but if you do it now, you can avoid the damage over the winter.
You can hang the lights and clean the gutters all at the same time, guys.
It's a great time.
Just make sure you don't do it when you're home alone. Okay? That's my one piece of advice. All right, what about roofs? I feel like we've had, we catch up with friends on Facebook, and I feel like I've seen like a lot of people lately having like roof problems. Maybe it's just my group of friends, but that can be so costly.
Well, if you do have trees that hang over your house and you have that moss growth on your roof, you should get that cleaned and taken off, because while it sits, it leads to like these soft spots that then you start having water intrusion into your house. And it is a good time, if you've got a roof that's having issues, to have it replaced now rather than waiting till spring, because you don't want that as the snow sits there and piles on top of the roof, it'll create more problems.
My heart rate is going up as you're saying it. We had a nice gentleman he has a company called Roof Juice, and he does exactly that. He goes out there and cleans roofs instead of replacing them. So that's just what made me think of that.
Extend the life of it.
Yes, absolutely. You guys are so busy, but your agents, they're everywhere. We see the signs, we see you. We always love doing that. But for people at home, how do they get a hold of you?
They can call or text 330-717-2689 or online at kellysoldit.com.
It's like she's done this before. She's so good. Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving to you
too.
and your family and Jim and the whole team here. I'm going to go back to my
little light reading
about the Valley's top producers. All right, Kel, we'll see you soon. Kelly always has the greatest tips, and plus it's just cool to hang out with her.
I bet.
Nice person.
You hang out with cool people all day.
I tend to do that. You're one of them.
I like hanging out with
You know
cool
what
people.
else is cool? Giving kids jobs that need them after they come out of foster care. I honestly, this story, I cannot wait to share this with you over and over again, because they're just starting out. It's called the Cadence Coffee and Creperie, and it's just the shell of it, but this is what's to come.
That sounds like an awesome idea.
Well, here we are in this awesome space. We've got Danette over here, we have Matt over here, It is about Cadence today.
Yes.
And we are so glad to have you guys on Valley Spotlight. Danette and I go way back, Matt.
Way
back. I'm not
back.
going to say how many years back, but Homes for Kids is sort of where our conversation has started.
Yep.
And now you guys have evolved in such a different way. And the reason that this space is so significant is because this is where it's all going to all these programs that you guys have.
Yes.
Big deal right here.
It's a huge deal. So we're now Cadence Care Network. We rebranded about a year ago.
Who knew?
And we are standing in the middle of Cadence Coffee House and Creperie.
And this is where the future is going. So if you know what these folks have been able to do, in our area, they serve over 2,000 young people, whether it's within the school district or with behavioral issues, those kinds of things. This is going to be the next hub to make sure that not only are we taking care of them at home and at school, but when we enter the workforce too, Matt, right?
Absolutely. So, this was all a vision that we had as far as trying to give our kids some job skills. Also giving them a safe place to have anxiety, have depression, get through what they got to get through and learn how to work, how to get out there in the community. And it's just going to be an accepting kind of environment where we can connect them with adults who care and help give them the skills they need. And plus, we're going to serve some real good coffee. And we're going to have crepes, which are some of my favorite things.
Super excited.
That might have been why she called me.
Yes.
I know Lauren will eat anything.
Yes.
That's super excited. So it's going to be a convergence, if you will, to make sure that Cadence, the way that our families operate, the rhythm that comes within our home is extended into our community. And I love that. I really love that idea.
Great.
What are you most excited about, Danette? This is a long haul project for you guys. You guys have had COVID, you guys have had real estate dealings, all kinds of stuff. What are you most excited about?
I think I'm just most excited that the project is under construction, as you can see here. We have some great people that we're working with, and we're in that stage of finalizing the menu and finalizing all those pieces and parts and kind of the fun side of things. So we're excited to bring crepes and sandwiches and with a little unique twist. We're not just going to do the everyday things. And just give our kids a really great place to find themselves. To maybe it's their first job and just give them those skills that they need to be successful as adults.
That first job is always the one that we remember forever.
Yeah.
And the location is so easy to find. It's 31 North Main Street right here in Niles, and it's right across the street from the McKinley Monument. So if you know where that is, it's so easy. And cannot wait, we're gonna follow you guys along. Is that okay?
Sure, I would love that.
Yes. We're going to do some periodic check-ins.
I would love that. We'll have you out for the soft open so you can enjoy some crepes perhaps.
And we'll have Sabina try it out.
Perfect. That'd be fantastic.
She'll eat pretty much anything.
We'll
Put some sardines on the side. She'll love that too.
Maybe we'll prepare pretty much anything. That'll be good. We'll figure it out.
You didn't even warn him, did you?
I didn't.
No,
I
you
didn't warn him.
No, you didn't. All right, so give them, the people at home, the website for services, or if they want to become involved. Of course, fundraising is an ongoing thing for you folks, and we are hopeful and grateful for what's to come. So what's the best place to find you guys?
So you can find us at cadencecare.org. You can find us on Facebook at Cadence Care Network or Cadence Coffee House and Creperie. We are still asking the community to help with the balance of funds. We have about $170,000 we would still like to raise in order to finish the project. So anything that the community can do to donate would be very much appreciated.
I was just going to bring my checkbook and no, I'm just kidding.
We'll take it.
I'm just joking. We will stay with you guys.
Thank you.
And we look forward to the crepes and the success stories to come.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Whether it's dinner out with friends and family or your next catered event, Rachel's Restaurant in Austintown always makes it special and delicious. Award-winning cuisine, relaxing atmosphere, and so much more. Rachel's Restaurant, Austintown.
Salt Me is a company that produces products that are made out of Himalayan sea salt. I have a love affair with Himalayan sea salt. And as an ear, nose, and throat doctor, the most important thing for me is that the products are going to be effective and that they're going to be safe for patients. So I make products that help sinus conditions, and I make products that are going to be good for the skin and good for the body. And all of them are made of Himalayan sea salt.
you want to do the welcome back?
Welcome back, everybody.
He's so good at it, so good at it. It is super festive at Bistro 1907, but it is also going to be a rip-roaring time at Rust City Church.
Well, let me tell you something. I've been going there for quite some
Yes,
time
you have.
now,
I didn't
and it is
even
a
know that.
rip-roaring
That's
time.
not something I knew before this all
Yes.
happened.
Yes.
And rocking around Rust City Church, this is a bit of a preview of what's to come. Well, Rust City, you're going to be rocking around Rust City before you know it. We've got Pastor Doug with us today. Happy Sunday, Pastor.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm great. The question is, how are you guys holding up?
Well, we are busy getting ready for Rock Around Rust City,
Yes.
and it is amazing. We're so excited for what we're going to be doing for our community this year.
There are so many different types of things, and of course you think of holiday events and, hot chocolate or, little pop-up stores are one thing, but you guys are taking it to another level, like you do for everything else.
Well, this is the biggest Christmas event we've ever done. We are going to be having so many fun things for the kids to do. It's free for the whole community. It is so worth giving up some time to come have an incredible holiday tradition with us here.
I couldn't agree more. And we're talking about like carriage rides. We're talking about, a night at the movies, the ambiance and the way that, this is not even done yet. And you walk in and you feel like this magical spirit because you guys have such a talented, magical team. I have to say that. They're wonderful people. And we're so lucky to have been able to get to know them through this show that I feel like I'm the lucky one. I really do. They're wonderful people.
Well, my wife and I grew up in this area, and we grew up with very little things to do in the holiday season, right? And so part of our give back to our community is, why not make a yearly tradition that people come to, that they can have the petting zoo, the carriage rides, the fun environments for the kids. It's a musical, fun production that's only going to be about an hour long with lots of goodies for your kids and your family to enjoy.
And I do have to touch on real quick, just the stuff that is here, the set building and the characters and things like that. It's all hand done, and it's all made by Nate, who's right there.
He is in Olaf right now.
He's in costume, but he's spent weeks creating these, these sets, if you will, in his garage, and everything is done by hand.
Yes, handmade, custom. He's amazing. He's been with us for many years, and he builds all of our environments with him and his incredible team.
Yep.
It's something that I would encourage anybody, come experience it and see it in person, because you and your kids will have a great time.
December 18th, December 19th. It is for free.
Yep.
Just visit the website. I'm sure all the details
if
are there.
they would go to rustcity.church, we have a registration. It helps us secure your seat.
Yes.
Get your seat, because the reality is we don't have a large auditorium, so if it fills up, we'd hate to have anybody not be able to enjoy the production. You reserve your tickets, you're going to be in.
I'm reserving them right now. Okay.
It's your
Fred, we got to
birthday.
get on it. It's my birthday, so I'll be a lot younger. Thank you, Pastor Doug. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We cannot wait to see what our friends at Rust City have in store, and I'm sure it's going to be amazing. Speaking of amazing,
Wow, what a great show.
my family thinks you're a rock star. Not that you're not,
I am not.
but they think it's cool that I know you.
Well, I think it's cool that you know them.
We had a wonderful time gathered around Mark's test kitchen inside of his house. And what did we make, Mark?
We made, first we made wedding soup. We made it really, really cool style. We made it deconstructed, like I served it to my family, which is kind of like consomme on top of all the goodies. And then we made pasta fagioli, which is one of my favorites of all time.
Take a look.
Okay, so Ron, now we have some nice color on our pancetta, our smoked pancetta. You can see that our onions are starting to go translucent. The celery is starting to go translucent. Everything's going to be released. Everybody has their favorite garlic. I'm a big fan of roasted garlic, especially in this. Everybody loves roasted garlic. It's Italian peanut butter. We're going to add a lot of it because what it's going to do is going to break down and kind of puree, like Uncle Paulie is going to do this for us. So we're going to kind of do that right now and stir it up. And now we're going to add tomato paste. And the great thing about tomato paste is you want to use really, really good tomato paste. And I like the stuff in the tube. It's like brushing your teeth, but you're just putting it in here. And it's so rich and so dense. And tomato paste is judged in what's called gravity. And this has a very, very low gravity to it. And it's just so amazing, the flavor profile on this Italian tomato paste. And we're just going to fry this out for a second. You can see we're doing that. Fry that out for a second. Now we're gonna add those beautiful pomodorini. And these tomatoes are just, the flavor, everybody had them. They're just ridiculously rich. We don't have to cook those for a super long time because they have their own built-in flavor. We're gonna stir this all together. And with my pasta fagioli, look at how rustic that looks. I mean, I could eat it just like that. Give me a hunk of bread and I'm done. Okay, now I love fresh rosemary. And I take the fresh rosemary and I put it in just like that. Fresh rosemary. More fresh rosemary. And not a lot because rosemary is very powerful. And now we want to add our cannellini beans. And then we're going to stir this together. Look at that. Doesn't it look terrific already? And now we're going to add that beautiful brodo, that broth that we have, that beautiful. And we're going to put this in there too because we'll just pull it out. Look at that. That Parmigiano Reggiano. We're going to add this broth in there. Then at the very end, we're going to add some very, very special homemade cavatellis into this. And it's going to be a soup that is going to be rich. It's going to warm the belly, warm the heart, and it's going to bring you back to your grandma's table. And there we have it.
Papa Canzonetta's peppers, recipe established in 1975. A family secret is now yours to share with the people who add spice to your life. Choose from mild and hot versions, plus our famous original blend too. They're the perfect punch for any dish, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We've got the recipes to prove it. Just follow us on Facebook, order online at papacans.com and pick your peck. papacans.com, order 6 jars or more and qualify for free shipping. We like it hot. We're glad you do too.
Hi, this is Alfie in the Metro Monthly Elf. I'm here to tell you about all the cool stuff you'll find at the Metro Monthly store. We have hoodies and sweatshirts and clothing for Dad. We have posters and aprons and messenger bags. We have Boots, Bell, Idora, plus t-shirts and caps. We have framed prints of downtown, plus note cards and maps. We have big sizes, small sizes, and plus sizes too. We have cool stuff for Grandma and cool stuff for you. So stop by today and please don't delay. Our workshop is humming. The store's up and running. We're here for this season, your holiday store. So shop Metro Monthly for all this and more.
Valley Spotlight is teaming up with Galt Heating and Cooling to literally heat up your holiday season.
That's right. If you know somebody who needs a new furnace, now is your chance to help.
To nominate someone to win a brand new Lennox gas furnace, just visit valleyspotlight.com or galtheating.com. Tell us their story and help us make this holiday season extra warm.
The winner will be announced on Valley Spotlight at 4 p.m. Sunday, December 19th on the Valley CW.
Happy holidays, everyone!
Wow.
Wow, you wow.
How does it smell, everybody?
So
Doesn't
good.
it smell good?
Goodness.
Look at the steam coming. Look at that broth, how clear it is.
Beautiful.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
So I'm gonna start building this beautiful wedding soup the way I like to serve it to my family. So I like to deconstruct it. You can put this all in one pan and it's not a big deal. I got my egg croutons. These recipes will all be online. I'm gonna put that beautiful kale that I've seasoned with extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. I'm gonna put a few of these amazing meatballs made with focaccia breadcrumbs, Parmigiano Reggiano, and then I'm gonna put the chicken on top, because this to me is like a king's meal. And now we're gonna float that amazing brodo on top.
My goodness,
So
Mark.
this is like taking wedding soup up to the next level. And there you go.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Lauren. Let's serve that pasta fagioli.
Pasta fagioli, right?
Well, I keep building these. So we got that pasta fagioli. All the pastas come together. The tomato paste, those amazing tomatoes from Italy. The smoked pancetta, just outstanding. And then we are going to top that with extra virgin olive oil, fresh ground pepper, and then, of course, we have to put the king of all cheeses, Parmigiano Reggiano, on top. But all this is made with love, and what I love, this to me, like when somebody get this and you can see that look on their face, it's just, that makes it. And then for me growing up, if you got the bay leaf in the soup or the sauce, that was good luck.
A little
There we
bit
go.
of this, right?
I'm gonna cheese you.
And then this, right?
Absolutely.
And
Don't.
then this.
Just be luxurious with that extra virgin olive oil. Did you get the black pepper on there?
Not yet.
You do black pepper, I'll do cheese. That's good. Okay. And then, just like Parmesan falling from the skies, look at that.
If Roger's saying wow, you are doing something right there.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
And there we go. Everybody please enjoy. Lauren, you're gonna get this. I'm gonna build one more wedding soup. And then, of course, our house-made focaccia, which is somewhat infamous in the Valley now. We've been making it for a long time now. And these egg croutons to me just really, really make this soup really luxurious.
Light and fluffy.
They are. And then that roasted chicken, whether you boil the chicken in your stock or you buy one of those chickens from a convenience store or one of your favorite clubs, then you just pour that. Look at that. I got the lucky bay leaf again.
Mark, this is amazing.
Look at that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You pour that and just look at that right there.
You can look at it over here too. Look at this one.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Look at that one.
Well, I'll spill it if I do that.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
This
everybody,
is amazing.
I think this has been a luxurious,
Thank you.
family-filled. Cheers, everybody.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Thankful for you.
Everybody, eyes. And to
thank
everybody
you
out there on
you treat
Facebook.
my family like my family.
I know. Well, we are all a family.
That's the truth.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers from Pesto's Test Kitchen.
To your family.
Wow. I'm telling you, they were so blown away.
it was nice to see the show the way I kind of envisioned
Right,
it.
with a studio audience.
3.5
which
years ago.
We'll get to that, right?
Yes.
We will.
2022.
All in due time. COVID kind of, just like everybody else. But you know what? Speaking of COVID and getting through things, I get a little bit emotional because your
Me too.
team has not just stepped up to the plate, but they have knocked it out of the park, and you have outdone yourself
Well,
again.
my culinary team went through some very, very difficult times here. As you can imagine, we had a lot of folks that weren't comfortable in working in an ongoing COVID situation. And then we had some folks that stayed and some that left. And those that stayed, their dedication means the world to me. So, I get choked up.
I know.
So my friends over at Ergo Chef, they make Guy Fieri's knife. And I don't know if you know or don't know, I
and
used
they're
to work for
dropping
Guy
knives
Fieri.
over there right now.
And so I went over there and I said, hey, can I get some knives for my team? And of course I paid for them, but I had them laser engraved and it said, thank you for your dedication. And it has my signature on it. I sent a picture to Guy Fieri in California and he said, Pesto, I want to sign those for your team. So we sent these knives from Connecticut to California and Guy signed every one of my team members' knives as a keepsake and his thanks to their dedication because he has been one of the leaders in the culinary world for the COVID relief for the restaurant people.
Yes, he has. And
So this was part of him, and he'll always be a part of me. So
But it
really
also says
appreciate
something
Guido.
from you too.
Of course, of course.
What does it say?
It says thank you for your dedication, my signature, and it says from Guido, that's his nickname, keep cooking.
Oh man! Cheers from
Good
Beaster
stuff.
1907, Mark, and cheers to your team. They
Yes, they are remarkable.
helpful to us in ways
Working
that
under harsh conditions as far as overtime and short-staffed, and they kicked it out of the park.
as did you today. We'll be right back with a little bit
Cheers.
more Valley Spotlight.
Valley Spotlight is teaming up with Galt Heating and Cooling to literally heat up your holiday season.
That's right. If you know somebody who needs a new furnace, now is your chance to help.
To nominate someone to win a brand new Lennox gas furnace, just visit valleyspotlight.com or galtheating.com. Tell us their story and help us make this holiday season extra warm.
The winner will be announced on Valley Spotlight at 4 p.m. Sunday, December 19th on the Valley CW.
Happy holidays, everyone!
Welcome back. It would not be Christmas here in the Valley without our friends Todd Hancock and Maureen Collins from Easy Street Productions, right, Mark?
I know it's such a great production. It really, really is.
It is. And these are our Little Rascals singing We Need a Little Christmas, which we could probably use all year round.
You know me, I could have Christmas all year round.
I know we could.
My wife, sorry Melissa, I love it.
Hello
Hello, I'm Todd Hancock.
And I'm Maureen Collins.
Don't miss the Miracle on Easy Street TV special coming this month on WFMJ and WBCB.
There's going to be a lot of singing and dancing and holiday cheer.
And here comes one of our favorite songs featuring You Know Who and the Easy Street Little Rascals. So take it away, Little Rascals.
Now, come on, kids! Let's bring them out here, the Little Rascals, folks. Come on, get all out the holly, put up the tree before my spirit falls again. Fill up the stockings with maybe rushing things, but deck the halls again now. For we need a little Christmas right this very minute. Candles in the window, carols at the spit. Yes, we need a little Christmas right this very minute. It hasn't snowed a single flurry. They're in a hurry, so climb down the chimney and get the brightest strand of lights I've ever seen. Slice up the fruitcake. It's time we hung some tinsel from those evergreen boughs. For we need a little music, need a little laughter, need a little singing, ringing from the rafter, and we need a little snapping, happily ever after. We need a little Christmas now. Follow me, two, let's go. Da-da-da-da. Ringing from the rafter, and we need a little Christmas right this very minute. We need a little Christmas now. Hey!
And you can watch The Miracle on Easy Street on WFMJ and the WBCB this month. We wish them the best of luck. Tons of work for their team and for our team. Ron?
Great job, Ron.
Great job on all that. I gotta say that. He's tired all the time. Anyway, places that you can watch this show: valleyspotlight.com, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Download our Roku channel. For those of you who have, there's so many of you. We're so thankful for that. And our retro marshal is...
Good.
Wait till those Stevens boys meet their new neighbor.
Oh, no trouble. Just sandwiches and Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Yay! They all love that chicken, love those noodles. Send Leslie right over.
Hey, I wonder if Leslie can play shortstop or pitch. Leslie?
I love chicken noodle soup.
We do too, Leslie. That's what Campbell's soups are. Good.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.